Hello?
Yellow.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you ready for this interview?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What do you like about Liahona from staff and teachers with the lessons as well?
So I like the education students in their lessons as well,
Yeah?
And also I like when they talk about like the lessons that they actually do so that we could understand it better and like the why they have to explain.
Ah, okay. How do you think Liahona should be and with religions?
Okay, so Leona is a religious school,
Yes.
and so legally they can teach whatever they feel that the students would affect the most by it. But I believe that making the students feel like they have to think and behave one way or else they don't belong to the school, I think that that's not the best way, like, even about teaching anything, let alone religion.
Yeah.
And so I believe that preparatory colleges should be more inclusive with their students and their beliefs. If you don't believe the same thing, that's fine. And I think, in fact, that's great because it means that we're all unique. And so I believe that we should encourage that,
Yeah.
And not, trying to like cancel someone because they believe something different. And if you disagree with the belief, then you should, go talk to them, have a grown-up conversation about it.
Yeah. Is kicking people out of Liahona the best choice that Jordan Long has made, or is that unreasoning with staff or including him for just a small thing one student can do?
So again, Liahona is a school, and so legally they can kick out whoever they want. I talked to some other students, and they all said pretty much the same thing. They said that the school was great, but the principal could be better. And I know he's human, and some days are better than others for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But if he's normally like so good, why do most of his students think the opposite? And so I think the bigger question is that like the school isn't like bad.
Yeah.
I just think his brother Long, the person that we should have in charge.
Yeah. Do you see any good potential in Liahona changing their ways and making the school good for students and accepting them based on transgender students or LGBTQ plus related?
One sec. I have somebody at the door.
Okay.
Yo, sis, what's up? I'm calling a friend, so I'm gonna be busy for a minute. Just now. Is it okay for me to just tag you from here? I bet.
Preferably sooner.
I should be done in like 5 minutes. Okay. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Alright, so with the question at hand, me personally, I wouldn't recommend this school to any of my LGBTQ friends. The principal likes to remind his students to be exceptional, and I believe that being exceptional means to accept everyone. Ironically, Liahona doesn't do that well, I feel like. And now, here's a disclaimer. I am straight, but talking with some of the LGBTQ community, they wouldn't go to this school unless they were forced to. I believe that, yes, we should have guidelines like no phones are allowed in class,
Yeah.
and unless your mom is like having a baby or you have like some other heart condition, right?
Yeah.
Or just some other health condition in general, right?
Yes.
because class is for learning, not texting your homies. So why is Liahona different than most schools where like being focused in class are like the main thing that they're
Yeah.
trying to like figure out, not and because Liahona is not just you should be focused in class, because I feel like we can all agree that going to school, like that we go to school to go to school, right?
Yeah.
But with Liahona, it's not just going to school. It's that if you go into Liahona in person, they want you to wear pretty much a like church standard, like dress codes
Yes.
for like any classes, any events they have. And when I go to school, I want to actually like feel like I'm going to school, not going to Bible study,
Yeah.
And yeah, and so I feel like the main thing is like, yes, schools like should have standards, so because schools are meant to learn, not to be rowdy and stuff in,
Yeah.
But I feel like the way that Brother Long is trying to go about that is not really the best way. And I'm not saying that he's like a bad teacher, because like he seems like a pretty like reasonable guy most of the time. It's just he has a hard time with like people with a different point of view than
Yeah.
his, And I feel like if you are a teacher, that's okay, because teachers are meant to like teach people and instruct people on the subject that the teacher is, supposed to be teaching, right?
Yeah.
But when you're the principal, like I think, like in my belief, Brother Long has the wrong personality to be in charge of any school,
Yeah. Would you say he has the wrong idea of how students would try to talk to him, and he would get the wrong side of and the point of view?
I mean, yeah, because I would think that he would, because there's kind of two student like brains that I'm like aware of in my friend group. They're the ones so number one are the students that are scared of Brother Long, so they try not to do anything wrong so that Brother Long doesn't like have to talk to them,
Yeah.
And then they're the ones, and then number two are that there's a group of students that don't fear Brother Long,
Yes.
And with those group of students, Brother Long has to talk to them like more, and in some cases have to kick them out of stuff because he feels like they don't respect him, they don't respect the
church
guidelines. Yeah, they don't respect the church. They don't respect the guidelines that he puts in place for their safety.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like this: if you don't want to do something, that's totally cool, But don't expect somebody else to not do that.
Yeah.
To not do that thing just because you think that it's like unsafe or like not worth your time,
Yeah.
Because the whole point about life and schooling is you learn, and so I feel, and me personally, learning by doing is like the best form of learning,
Yeah.
And so I say that we should just let the students like decide what they want to do, how they want to live their lives, and I believe that how the students live their life, like what lifestyle they want to live, should not affect like if they get into the school or not, if people want to teach them or not, because at the end of the day it should be a school, it shouldn't be like a church class,
Yeah.
And so I believe that we should say yes to a normal school setting, a normal school way of learning, and we should say no to Brother Long's agenda that he's trying to push on students and your children.